In this lesson, we are going to learn the very basics of Java programming, especially the syntax. So if you are just starting out with Java, this is the foundation you need before moving to more advanced topics. So let's dive in. First of all, when we say syntax, we mean the set of rules that define how a Java program should be written and understood by the computer. Just like English has grammar, Java has syntax. If you break the rules, the compiler will throw errors. Okay, so a typical Java program is made up of classes and methods. So the simplest example looks like this one that we have here on the screen. Okay, so I'm using a code editor. It is called VS Code. You should have it, or you can have an online compiler or an online environment. Okay, so here I have this program here. So every Java program might look like this. Okay, so this is the basic one. Okay, this is the basic one. Okay, so let's break this down step by step. Okay, so first we have this one, the public class main. This one. Okay, public class main. Okay, so this is how we define a class in Java. Every Java program must have at least one class. So here the class name is main. This one, it is main. Okay, it is main, but you can name it as something else as long as it matches the file name. Okay, so the class name that you create, okay, must match with the file name, as you can see here. Okay, the file name is called main.java. Okay, and here the class in this main.java file, the class is called main. Okay, so they must match. Okay, so if you had here the file name and you name it name.java, it must you must create the same class with the name, okay, name as the class name. Okay, so inside the class we have the main method. Okay, this one, the main method. Okay, this one, it is called a method. Okay, and this is the entry point of every Java program. When you run the program, the code inside this method gets executed first. So the words public static void main might look intimidating, but don't worry, we will understand each part as we progress in Java. Okay, this one, public static void main. Okay, we shall see that, okay, when we progress in Java. Okay, so inside the main method, this one, you should note that we have public static void main, and here we have a pair of opposite curly brackets, opposite parentheses, these ones. Okay, so inside these brackets we have string with capital, this one. Okay, you should note that Java is case sensitive. Okay, so everything you write is case sensitive. Okay, so if you write main, this main with capital M, with uppercase M, it is different. Okay, it is different from this one. Okay, as you can see, it is throwing errors. Okay, as you can see, VS Code was warning me. Okay, so Java is case sensitive. Okay, so here, as you can see, inside these parentheses we have a string starting with this S is in uppercase, then a pair of opposite square brackets, then here we have args. Okay, args. Then outside here, after there, we have this pair of curly brackets. Okay, here have curly brackets. Then this is the body. Okay, this is the body of the main method. Okay, where the program starts getting executed. Then inside here, as you can see, inside the main method we write statements. Okay, for example, we have this statement called the system output, system.output.println. Okay, and inside and after there we have this pair of parentheses, and inside here we have this string. Okay, this string called hello world. Okay, so you should notice that we have these quotes. Okay, we have these quotes here. It is inside these quotes. Okay, this text hello world is inside these quotes. Okay, so you should not mind about these this X. It is just like VS Code. There is a VS Code extension, okay, that adds it there just for simplicity. Okay, for reading simplicity. Okay, so you should not mind about it. Just know that inside here we just have this text. Okay, this string. Okay, so this line prints text to the screen. Okay, in Java every statement must end with the semicolon. Okay, as you can see here. Okay, so forgetting the semicolon is one of the most common beginner mistakes, and for that you should avoid that. Okay, you should be aware of that. Okay, you should end every statement with a semicolon. Okay, so you will also notice the curly braces. Okay, these curly braces. Okay, so they are used to group blocks of code together. Okay, for example, the class body. Okay, the class body is inside curly brackets. Okay, as you can see, the class body is inside curly brackets. This one. Okay, as you can see here, it is inside the curly braces. Okay, or curly brackets. Okay, and the main method body is also inside curly braces. Okay, they define where a block starts. Okay, and where it ends. Okay, I think you get it. Okay, so I also talked about another important rule, okay, in Java, which is case sensitivity. Okay, which means this one is not the same as this one. Okay, as you can see, they are not the same. Okay, so if you try to make them the same, as you can see, this one is not as you can see here, this one. Okay, it does not exist. There is no main method like this. Okay, there is no built-in main method in Java like this. Okay, you should know that this one is called a method. Okay, this one is called a method. You can call it a function in other programming language, but this one in Java we call it a method. Okay, so that is it. So let me show you how we can run our program. Okay, so to run our program we use a Java compiler because Java is a compiled language. Okay, so after saving, let us save. Then here in our terminal, if you don't know how to open the terminal, just click these dots here, and then terminal, new, then click new. Then from there, wait for it to load. Then after loading, we are going to get something like this. Okay, then we are going to first verify if our file is there. So I'm using PowerShell and I'm going to press ls. Okay, as you can see, ls. So I'm using PowerShell because as you can see here there is ps. Okay, which shows that I'm using PowerShell. Okay, if you are using CMD, if you are using Linux, you can use the same commands, okay, as I'm going to use in PowerShell. If you are using CMD, change to PowerShell. Okay, because these codes, but when compiling, okay, even if you remain in CMD, in CMD, okay, if you are using Windows, even if you remain in CMD, the commands that I'm going to use when I'm compiling and running, they are going to be the same. Okay, so I'm using PowerShell. I'm going to press ls. As you can see, our file is there in this current directory that we are in. Okay, so I'm going to call the Java compiler like this, javac, like that. Okay, Java compiler. Okay, Java, then C for compiler, javac, then the name. Okay, remember this one is in uppercase. Okay, the first letter is in uppercase. So main dot java, even the extension. Then I'm going to press enter. Then wait for a while. Your program is getting compiled. As you can see, the class, there's a certain class that has been generated, the main dot class. Okay, main dot class file has been generated. So this one contains our main class. Okay, so if we try to run, let us run. So to run our program, to run our class, okay, we use Java, and then the name of our class, main, like that. Okay, even if we don't add dot class. Okay, just like that, Java, then main. Then if we press enter, as you can see, as I've told you that this program prints out hello world. As you can see, we are able to print out hello world in the terminal. Okay, so that is the basics of the Java syntax. Okay, that is the basics.